What's going on, guys? It's Brent with the FSA podcast, where we teach online health coaches how to sell at a higher rate and scale their business with more profit. Now, we do that through systems, structure, marketing, DM, sales. We do the whole thing front to back, but our claim to fame is obviously the sales process, the process that is called the push-pull buying process, that basically helps to push away clients, the clients that you don't feel like would be a really good fit, and then to attract and polarize the ones that you would love to work with for years and years on end. So guys, I want to do something fun. I haven't done this in a little while. We used to have to do this. I actually used to get assigned these when I was getting my MBA. I would have to do business case studies where we'd evaluate like the numbers of public businesses, which is all public. Like you can go and look at their balance sheets and income statements and everything like that. And you can actually break it down, see when they were profitable, see what they were doing. They do a letter to shareholders, which again is released on the internet, which you can see like what they're planning to do for the new year, et cetera, et cetera. So to keep their shareholders up to speed on what they're doing. And I used to have to do those all the time throughout school. And I was like, wouldn't that be fun to do like a mini one? Now, I'm not doing like a full one unless you guys absolutely request it. I don't think it would be very fun, quite boring actually. But I wanted to do like a nice short one and see how it compares to fitness businesses and what we can take away from a business that I think is doing exceptionally well, and that is In-N-Out. In-N-Out burgers are my absolute favorite. I've done the side-by-sides of In-N-Out, Five Guys, Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's. In-N-Out is so much better. I mean, it is so much better, and I will debate that with anyone on here. If you love In-N-Out, drop a big old heart in the comments below, because I think In-N-Out is the absolute best, and the lines around the restaurant show that. So I want to get into that. I want to break it down, and I want to tell you guys the biggest comparisons and similarities that I find from In-N-Out to fitness businesses, which sounds a little weird at surface level, but I promise we'll get into all that and more. But first, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like, share with a friend. Guys, we give away free business advice every single freaking week, and people are using it and making a lot of money. They're just taking what I say, what I ramble about on here every single week. 67 episodes, 67 times I've produced a podcast, and a lot of clients, or not even clients, sometimes not even prospects or people I know, will reach out and tell me that they made a sale from something they learned from these videos. So again, I hope that you find the same value that they do. Like, share, subscribe, and send to a friend. It would mean the absolute world to me. So if you have not been to In-N-Out, their menu is underwhelming. And what I mean by that is you pretty much know what you're getting as soon as you go there, because you only have 4 options. You have cheeseburger, you have hamburger, you have French fries, and you have a shake. That's it. And the cheeseburger, you can get a double, and if you want to get real fancy, it was on their secret menu, but you can get it animal style, which is basically just a sauce that they put on it, right? Which was a huge deal that you could get this fancy secret thing on their menu, and now it's just kind of like a mainstream known thing. But In-N-Out was something I had always heard about growing up in Ohio. And when I finally went to California, I'm like, I have to get it. I've heard all about this, and I got it, and it blew my mind. The presentation was amazing. The taste was amazing. The price was the best part about all of it. It's like $3 a burger. I was just blown away. And I was so upset when I had to go back to Ohio, and they didn't exist there. They're only on the West Coast, predominantly California. So back to the menu. It's so simple. It's so basic, and it's so unique. Right? When you think about like some competitors where, you know, like I said, McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, Five Guys, Shake Shack. Five Guys is definitely the closest in comparison to like business model and marketing structure to In-N-Out, but they're still very different in a lot of ways, which I'll break down as well in my little assessment here. But all of those menus are huge. You go to McDonald's, you can get an apple pie, you can get breakfast, you can get wrap, cheeseburger, chicken, everything, right? Where In-N-Out is, you're getting a burger with cheese or without cheese, and that's pretty much it, with fries and a shake. And again, they're very different in that respect, but those are some of the biggest competitors of the burger chain worldwide. So again, Five Guys is definitely the closest in terms of direct comparison, but they're also twice the price. Like, I've actually compared them side by side. I thought In-N-Out tasted better, and it was like, again, if you just get like burger only, this was a couple of years ago, it's like $3, where In-N-Out's like, or Five Guys is like 10 or 15. So they're crushing them on the price. Let's talk about what else they're actually crushing with. So the biggest things that I think contributed to the allure of In-N-Out. The lines, if you've been to California, if you're from California, the lines literally go down the road. And it's not on like any specific night or any specific reason. It's a Tuesday, it's a Thursday, from like 4 to 8 p.m., just insane lines. And it's every In-N-Out I've ever seen in all the states, all the states that I've been to that actually have them, okay? The big thing, I think, is their teeny tiny menu. They've gotten so dialed in and they know exactly what they're good at and then how to be more efficient with it and then how to be more profitable with it. So each ingredient is actually held to more strict standards than McDonald's and otherwise, because their menu is so large, it's really hard to hold everything to like a strict standard. Where In-N-Out, they have their ingredients, their inventory is very specific to what they make, and they can hold that all to a really high standard, which brings consistency, right? Like I have not been to In-N-Out and had a bad burger. It just hasn't happened. It's the same quality, same presentation, same taste every single time. Okay, so the quality doesn't change. It's very consistent. I know exactly what I like there. So the choosing is very, very easy, which is great if you have a girlfriend who can't decide what she wants to eat. We know if we're going to In-N-Out, her decision's made. She's not staring at the big screen for 10 minutes trying to decide. Another aspect of their simplicity model is the fact that they've decided a conscious decision to scale slower than their competitors, which is very interesting. Okay, they've scaled slower without using franchises. So like Five Guys, you can franchise that. McDonald's, of course, Wendy's, all of those things offer franchising to grow and become known on a global scale, where In-N-Out hasn't even expanded into like nationally. They're almost entirely California and West Coast. They haven't even expanded nationally because they want to stay so close to their distribution centers to maintain that quality aspect that we talked about. So they haven't even gone national, where all these other have franchised, lost quality, and gone international. Even Five Guys, like I've seen some of the reviews, like we'll go to Five Guys after like a hike every now and then, and I'll go to one and I never see them above 4 stars anymore. They're always like 3.5 to like 3.9, which is very interesting, because then again, like you'll drive past an In-N-Out, which has a line down the road, and you'll go to Five Guys in some crappy like little plaza and there's like one person in there. Again, I still like Five Guys. It's a different setup with their franchising. Okay, so have they grown faster? Yes. Are they more profitable? Do they have the same quality and consistency and community aspect? No, it's just a straight up no. Okay, so being close to their distribution centers, they were able to create a ton of demand, which was a secondary outcome to only being on one half of the country. Like me growing up in Ohio, I'd heard about it. I really wanted to try it, but I couldn't until I went out to California, and then I loved it. And then I told all my friends back home, and then they probably couldn't wait to try it when they went to a state that had it, right? So it has that like lure factor to it, which creates a lot of demand and like a cult-like following. So staying close to the distribution centers has done that. It's a small menu, so operational costs are very low. It simplifies management and training because, again, it's the same process over and over with a very small menu. And then all of this reduces the cost, the operational cost, which helps them undercut companies like Five Guys, who's charging $12 to $15 a burger, and then In-N-Out is like $3 to $5 a burger. So they're able to undercut cost and still maintain a higher level of quality just at the expense of going international. I think that's a fair trade-off. And that's a lot of what we preach within C4F and the sustainable growth model is quality and community over massive growth and low profit margins, again, which we'll dig into. So where they stand out from any of these competitors is the fact that they have the tiny menu, they've stayed true to their roots, they maintain the high level of quality, strict management as far as like quality control, and then the lack of franchising. So then basically what I did, because I thought this was so interesting, the main things that they do is quality, community, profitability. Those are the main things that In-N-Out operates on. Quality, which I've dug into, community, which is the reason that the lines are out around the building and down the road, the reason why I wanted to have it before I'd ever even seen one or been to one, the reason why there's like this cult-like following for In-N-Out, people absolutely love it. Profitability component, just reducing the operational costs and being so efficient and good at what you do, creates just a massively successful business. Okay, so don't grow too fast, hold your team to strict standards, be in tune with your market. That's how you're going to maintain high quality. How you're going to grow a community is excellent product, excellent customer results, great customer service, and a demand for spots on your roster. And high profitability, a simple business structure that is scalable, and scaling with responsibility, not scaling out of excitement. Because again, that's how you can scale up and then plummet down. Okay. So just like your business, you should have a limited menu. Okay. You're talking about this and this and this and this and this. We have a product for everyone. Yes, you have custom solutions, but it should be more simplified than that because it can be overwhelming if you have a ton of offers and a ton of prices. So what you should do is have one main offer, which is 12 months full coaching. Everybody, 99% of people should be offered 12 months full coaching at the PIF amount, which is $4,000 to $6,000 on average. Some go up to 8 to 10 for the year. So 12 months full coaching, $4,000 to $6,000 PIF. That's what you should be offering almost everyone you speak to. That's your menu. That's your main menu, like in and out. And then you should have a secret menu, which is your downsell. So if that doesn't work, then a downsell, I guess not exactly a downsell, but alternative would be a payment plan or split pay, 2-pay, 3-pay, 4-pay, Affirm, whatever it is. That would be something you can do for that. If that doesn't work and none of those monthly prices work, then your secret menu is offering downsells, which should sound like you're making those concessions and creating it specific to them on the call to get their price to where they need to be, when in reality, you should have it on a spreadsheet already planned out, but it should sound like it's this organic thing that's happening on the call where you're making a program so custom to them, even so it fits the price as well. Okay. So that's how your menu should be. You can make exceptions to the 12-month full coaching if it's somebody who very clearly needs 6 months, but I never offer 3 off the start ever. So again, pitch one price, one product, downsell as needed, maintain the quality, build the community aspect, have a wonderful product, get great results. All of these things are going to position you as an In-N-Out versus a McDonald's, which isn't, I mean, yes, it's the biggest chain in the world. You can make that argument. And some people want that. Okay. Some people want to be the biggest and maybe not the most profitable, maybe not the highest ratings or something that someone would consider quality. I don't know about you guys. I have not been to McDonald's in years. I mean, years. It's never even, if I'm hungry and I want to go out for like fast food, it's never even crossed my mind since I was probably in high school. It's always going to be something else like an In-N-Out or something better. But some people want that scale. I prefer to be more like the In-N-Out, that is more tight-knit, great results, great reputation, great community, and highly profitable. That's what I want. So if you want to be more like that, take the tips I just gave you on your business and you will start to grow in the right direction. If you need more help, that's where potentially I come in. I mean, there's a lot of business coaches out there. You got to be conscious of who you're buying from, and make sure that their values align with you. Maybe their values are to be the McDonald's. And if that's not what you want, they're not going to help you create the build or the structure that you want. Okay. So just make sure that your goals are in alignment with what your coach teaches and what they've actually done with their own business. Okay. So I got for you guys. Again, if you haven't, like, share, subscribe, send to a friend. It would mean the absolute world to me. And if you guys like these case studies, felt like I was doing homework again, but again, I actually really enjoy breaking this down. So if you guys enjoyed this, let me know. I'll do more case studies and see if and how they compare to your business and what we can take away to help you become a better, more well-rounded business owner.